Officer Thomas, can you hear me? Am I on mute? Can you hear
Good
me?
morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Very, very faintly.
Pardon me?
Oh, we are muted. Okay. Hear me?
My voice.
Yeah, yes, I can hear you now.
Who are you here on, Officer Thomas?
I'm here on Tremaine Fry.
I'm not getting feedback. Can you say that name again?
I'm here on Tremaine Fry.
Mr. Bosman, did he dial in? Do you know?
He was here a moment ago, Your Honor. I believe this is him trying to call me. Maybe he. Oh no. You give me a moment. I'm gonna mute myself.
I'm sorry, who was the one? Oh, this is the one that. Was that him, Mr. Bosman?
No, it
Mr.
wasn't.
Okay, all right.
I do have his number though. He did call me a moment ago, so let me try this.
Mr. Thomas, can I put you in the waiting room until we get Mr. Fry in? Can you hang on for us?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
I just spoke to Mr. Fry. He thought he was still on the line with us. He's a 312 number, Your Honor. Hold on,
Oh,
Mr.
I
Fry.
see. Okay.
Okay, I got him. Call you back.
Mr. Fry?
Check.
Mr. Fry, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, this is People versus, one second. Tremaine Fry, case Z807144, charges operating while visibly impaired. Our representative from probation, can you place your appearance on the record? You're muted.
For the record, Harry Boffin
You
on
said,
behalf of the Senate.
Officer Thomas?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Officer Joseph Thomas on behalf of the Probation Department.
Okay. Mr. Fry, can you state your name for the record?
Tremaine Fry.
And Mr. Fry, do you want to proceed today over the phone with your review hearing, or would you like an opportunity to be physically in the courtroom?
I mean, today is fine. It was supposed to end in April, but it didn't end because my last probation officer lost my alcohol and drug level 1 paper, so they extended it to get the paper to show to him.
Okay. Officer Thomas, can you give the court an update, please?
Yes, Your Honor. So the original, this case is a little screwy. We've had a couple of probation officers on this case. I am now assigned to it. So January 7th, there was a violation hearing held before Judge Sabree. At that hearing, it was determined that the defendant was to complete the victim's impact panel and screen for the next 3 months. I don't have anything from the defendant that they attended the victim impact panel, nor did they come to the court to screen. So they were supposed to have a review hearing April 7th, and that's where we are at today now. That's been adjourned a couple times due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she dismissed that part. She gave me a drug test and said just to come up with that paperwork and then everything would be over with.
There was one thing that was not mentioned for the record. Harry Baughman, P55052, on behalf of Mr. Fry. He was before Judge Sabree most recently, and that had to be the pre-COVID pandemic. And he was at that time drug tested and left left because he did test negative at that time. There hasn't been any further contact with the court or with Ms. McCall. What I would recommend we do, Your Honor, at this point is put this over for a short period of time. I have spoken to Officer Thomas, and he suggested 2 weeks should be enough. He sent my client some specific instructions, or will send my client some specific instructions by way of email, so that we can come back to court with everything having been shorn up, and we'll have completed all the terms and conditions required by the probation department, and be at that time, God willing, in a position to have this case closed.
Is that right, Mr. Fry?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have no choice.
But we want to do everything.
It sounds like they need documentation of Victims Impact Panel, Officer Thomas,
Yes.
and the Highway Safety Education.
That alcohol highway safety is completed. I have that in the notes. The only thing that I have in the notes from Ms. McCall from January 7th was to attend the victim impact panel and screen clean. So I would recommend that we adjourn for at least 2 weeks so that he can attend the victim impact panel. That can be done online at any time. He needs to contact a person who works for MAD. I'll have an email for. They'll be able to email them and get that set up.
The Victims Impact Panel?
I didn't do it because I didn't know I was supposed to do it.
Okay.
The judge didn't say anything about it.
Hold on 1 second. I'm checking the original sentence, and you were sentenced back in January of last year, is that right?
Yes.
And I believe Judge Austin Garrett sentenced you, is that right?
Yes, they gave me $1,080 fine, driver simulator class I had to take.
Order of probation, and the Victims Impact Panel is checked. So that has to be completed. Do you understand?
I mean, I understand now, but they never told me I had it. I think Miss McCall tried to. I think Miss McCall.
In writing on January 7, 2019. So since Judge Austin Garrett ordered you to complete that, that has to be completed. You'll receive information from probation on how to complete that. I'll set this matter over for review 2 weeks from today. Mr. Clerk, can you give me that date?
August 5th.
August 5, 2020, 8:30 in the morning. Again, that's August 5, 2020, 8:30 in the morning, you'll return. Once that Victims Impact Panel is complete, I'm sure probation will request that you be discharged at that time. Do you understand, Mr. Fry?
Yes. How much does a victim impact cost?
You'll receive information from probation about that, okay? They're gonna reach out to you with all the details. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, sir, that concludes your case. Anything else for the record?
No, ma'am.
No, Your Honor.
Stay safe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I believe that was the only case I had in here today, Your Honor, so I'm going to take my leave of absence. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to bring in the young lady who's been waiting. I wonder if she's connected.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Mayor, can you hear me?
Yes, this is Joanne, Frederick.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, finally. What's your full name, ma'am?
Joanne Marie Frederick.
1 second, please.
Okay.
Counsel, do you see Ms. Frederick on your docket?
I do. It says 2 matters set for trial.
I see. This is Keeper versus Joanne Frederick, case SP 107697761. Charges unregistered motor vehicle, count 1, count 2, no insurance. Ms. Frederick, I must inform you that you have a right to be physically present in the courtroom today. Do you want to proceed today via Zoom, or would you like an opportunity to be physically in court?
I'm good with today.
Okay, and ma'am, would you like to use Mr. Harry Bachman as your attorney today? He's a defense attorney. He's here to give you legal advice, negotiate plea deals on your behalf, and advise you on how you can proceed. Would you like to utilize his services today? If there is a cost, it will be no more than $25.
I will go with Attorney Bachman.
Okay, counsel, this matter is set for trial. How are you and your client proceeding?
We're continuing in that guilty plea. We certainly don't believe that the prosecution will be able to proceed without their complaining witness, and thereby would ask the court to consider a motion to dismiss without prejudice.
1 second, counsel.
I get confused, Attorney Bachman.
One moment, ma'am, you don't need to say anything yet. And I would, in addition, let the court know on information and belief derived from talking to the defendant. This matter was previously set by Judge Sabree for a hearing, and thereafter, according to the court's discretion, she set this matter for a trial date, a bench trial date.
Judge Sabree did set this matter for a trial for today, so this matter is set for trial today at 8:30 a.m. The issuing officer and the prosecutor having failed to appear, time now being 11:30 a.m. Ms. Frederick, these matters are dismissed without prejudice for failure of the officer to appear. Without prejudice means the people can reissue the tickets if they want to, but for right now, it's dismissed. Do you understand?
I do. I just was a little confused about with or without prejudice.
Yes, without prejudice means if the prosecutor wants to, they can reissue the ticket.
Okay.
All right, ma'am, that concludes your case. Have a great day and stay safe.
You also appreciate you,
You're welcome.
Your Honor, and Attorney Bachman.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye, ma'am.
Bye. It took a while, but we made it.
We did it.
Oh, sorry, yes, ma'am. Okay, let's try Mr. Finley. Mr. Finley, you are muted. If you can unmute your phone.
Yes, ma'am. I do apologize, Your Honor.
It's all right. This is People versus Ronald Finley, case U12228213. Charges aiding and abetting a minor. Case number 162871591. Charges improper license. Count 2, unregistered motor vehicle. Count 3, open alcohol in the motor vehicle. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
My name is Ronald Finley.
Okay, Mr. Finley, I must inform you that you have a right to be physically present in the courtroom for this hearing. Do you want to proceed today via Zoom, or would you like an opportunity to be physically in the courtroom?
I will continue. I will wish to proceed, ma'am.
Also on the call is defense attorney Harry Bachman. I believe that you've spoken with him already today. He's here to give you legal advice, negotiate plea deals on your behalf, and advise you on how you can proceed. Would you like to use his services today? If there is a cost, it would be no more than $25.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, counsel, these matters are set for pretrial. How are you and your client proceeding?
For the record, Harry Bachman on behalf of the defendant, he's going to waive all rights to any further hearings or proceedings. He's going to plead guilty here and now. He's doing so pursuant to a recommendation that has been made to him by Corporation Counsel and communicated the same to me specifically, Judge. He's going to plead guilty to count 2 of 1628715 and count 1 of that same count, the 2 traffic counts, the U ticket, and count 3, the open alcohol ticket, will be dismissed.
Okay, Mr. Finley, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
You can lower your hand. And your name for the record?
My name for the record is Ronald Finley.
Mr. Finley, do you understand that you were charged with 4 misdemeanors that each carry a maximum penalty of up to $500 fine plus court costs and/or 93 days in the Wayne County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, it is this court's understanding that you wish to waive your trial rights and tender a plea of guilty to the charge of having an improper license, plead guilty to the charge of operating an unregistered motor vehicle, with the understanding your 2 remaining tickets will be dismissed. Sir, is that your understanding of the plea offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that the charges you're pleading to also carry a maximum penalty of up to $500 fine plus court costs and/or 93 days in the Wayne County Jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by tendering a plea of guilty, you give up your trial rights, which include the right to have the people prove you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? You give up the right to testify on your behalf, have witnesses appear on your behalf. You give up the right to be silent at your trial, not have your silence used against you, and you give up your right to an automatic appeal. Do you understand the rights you're giving up by tendering a plea of guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything other than the plea offer to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, I draw your attention back to the date and time set forth in your ticket case 162871591. Were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you doing so with an improper license?
At the time, yes, ma'am.
And was that vehicle unregistered at that time?
I owned the vehicle, but yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you satisfied?
I didn't understand the question, ma'am.
Mr. Baughman, are you satisfied with the factual basis?
I'm sorry, I did not hear the question. Would you mind repeating?
I asked, are you satisfied with the factual basis?
Yes.
The court is as well satisfied and will accept the guilty plea, will dismiss the remaining matters with the stipulation of probable cause.
So stipulated.
Those matters are dismissed. Counsel, anything you would like to say on your client's behalf?
Nothing further.
Mr. Finley, anything you would like to say?
No, ma'am.
The court, on each matter you pled guilty to, and it's 2, the court will impose a fine of $25, mandatory court cost of $190, a $25 attorney fee. The court will waive any outstanding warrant fees. $240 is due on each matter. For both of them, it's $480. Sir, are you able to pay that?
At this time, no, ma'am, but I was hoping I could get on a payment plan and pay it off in like 3 months.
Sure. Here's what I'll do. I'll give you 4 months to make full payment. You must pay by the close of business on October 23rd, 2020. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You can pay online at the 36th District Court website or visit any DivDac kiosk within the city of Detroit. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else, sir?
The total amount of those costs, ma'am?
$480. Paid by the close of business on October 23rd of this year.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I do understand. Thank you for your,
You're welcome. Have a great day, sir, and stay safe.
thank you.
Look,
Bye.
Go to display, just straight up.
That's fine.
so I think we have one more, David Jackson.
And I have a William Johnson. Good morning. Who's on the phone? Good morning. Who's on the phone? Good morning. Who's on the phone? Mr. Johnson, are you there? William Johnson, are you there? Good morning. Hello, who's on the phone? Are you muted? I cannot hear you. Hello? Okay, I'm not having any luck, Mr. Baldwin.
I'm gonna call that number just to try if I can get in.
Mr. Johnson, are you there? Any luck, Mr. Baughman?
Just ringing.
Leave your message for 5-8.
Hello? Mr. Baughman, I'm gonna start shutting it down. So I'll
I believe that the 586 number was Mr. David Jackson, Your Honor. It's at the top of the docket, set for a violation of probation for OWI. I can't confirm that, Judge, because he indicates that he's not on probation for anything, and that he was supposed to be here for some sort of traffic matter.
Hello, who's on the phone? Is that Mr. Jackson?
Okay, thank you.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Mr. Jackson, is that you?
Yeah, you looking for who, David? You said David?
Yes.
David Jackson.
That's me, yeah, that's David.
David, could you turn your car off, please? We don't want you to operate
Okay,
the
I'm
vehicle.
Okay.
Okay. So, Your Honor,
Okay.
on information and belief from talking to the client,
Okay, Mr. Jackson, there's a lot of wind background noise. Can you eliminate that?
Can I do what?
Eliminate the background noise.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, that's the wind. Okay. Is that better?
Yes, sir.
This is the probation.
Okay.
Like 9 tickets total.
Anybody from, oh, they're in the meeting. Mr. Jackson, you have about 9 cases.
About what?
9 cases. Let me call them for the record, okay? And then I'll do some
Yeah.
explaining. This is People versus David Eric Jackson. Case numbers 173628401, no operator's license on person, count 2, no insurance. Case 1142303991, no operator's license on person, 124346001, no operator's license on person, 124923682, improper license, 134942091, improper license, 162192081, no operator's license on person, Z798774, operating while intoxicated. Mr. Jackson, can you state your name for the record?
David Eric Jackson.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, I have to inform you that you have a right to be physically present in the courtroom for your hearings. Do you want to proceed today on the phone, or do you want a date so you can be physically in court?
Yeah, I want to set another date.
Okay. I'm going to set you a little sooner. I don't know if we'll be in court, but I'm going to set you for August 25, 2020 at 8:30 in the morning. If we're not in court, you can dial in and talk to Judge Sabree then, okay?
Okay, thank you.
August 25, 2020, 8:30, your bond is continued.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so have a great day. Stay safe. Mr. Johnson, are you there? Going once. Mr. Johnson? Okay. All right, Mr. Baughman, that's the conclusion of the docket.
thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
You too.